Now, we in the NBA playoffs. We're coming to the end. We're in the finals. So we're going to recap some of the best and greatest NBA playoff moments to us. Whether it's a moment, whether it's a series, whether it's a play, it's up to you. We're talking NBA playoffs. Who you got? 5-1. Favorite moments, favorite series. It's up to you. You're leaving it free. You know, keep it diverse, keep it free, keep it creative. And going first, since you wasn't here last week, and
I'm back.
Greg. At number 5, what do you have as your playoff moment?
LeBron James against the Detroit Pistons, Game 5 of the Game 5 of the 2007 playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals, where he scored the last 25 points in regulation and overtime. That shit was fucking sick. LeBron James.
Good. Lebanon James at number 5 for Drew. At number 4, at number 5, DQ.
My number 5 was the same as Drew's.
All right. That's dope. Simpatico. Y'all be fighting this shit. Look at y'all. Y'all think alike. Make love. Make love, not war. All right. Kev, at number 5.
My number 5 is Tim Duncan in 2008, the surprise 3 to take his team into double overtime. I didn't write down who they played for that because I remember watching that game, but they won that game 117-115.
All right. More work for me to go do. Thank you.
You said the what?
Huh?
That Tim Duncan hit the game on a shot?
Nah, Tim Duncan hit like a surprise 3 to send them to double overtime to end up winning that series in 08.
The Suns.
The Suns, yeah, okay.
Okay. Johnny, at number 5, what you got?
I had a playoff series. It was basically a culmination of his rookie year. I got D-Rose versus Celtics, Big 3, 2008, the whole series.
Yeah, nasty.
That was my number 5. That was like, D-Rose was letting us know, unfortunately,
it's time.
They got, came to a slow stop.
Yo.
D-Rose flashes.
Some good years for Chicago, man. Eddie, number 5.
I have one old school one in there. Like I said, I watched 2 videos of the greatest playoff moments in NBA history. I digested a few of them, and mine is Dr. J's baseline scoop against the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in there where he kind of went outside and then in and then scooped it in. It was very, very, very nice shot.
Yeah,
that was one of the best layups of all time.
Long as hell. All right, number 5 for the real basketball fans. Before Steph Curry now. That was a team in Golden State.
Hey, Baron Davis?
Consisted of Baron Davis.
Baron Davis?
Yes.
You took my 4, man.
That consisted of Andres Biedrine. That consisted of
Michael Petrie.
Michael Petrie. It's at number 5, I got Matt Barnes, right? The great, these were my guys. Number 5, I have MAVS, Golden State Warriors, 2007 first round playoffs, where MAVS was the number 1.
We believe.
The Believe team cooked their ass, sent them home early. How about that?
You took my 4, nigga.
And number 4, going to you, Drew.
Yeah, the We Believe team being the Mavs. That's my number 4, man. You got it.
All right, DQ, number 4.
My number 4 is HAKEEM Olajuwon's Rockets in the 87 semifinals, where bro had 49 points, 25 rebounds, and 6 blocks in a loss.
Wow. I like that, John. Number
NBA.
Yeah, number 4. Kev, what you got?
My number 4, again, I don't remember who I watched it. It's probably John at this point because it was 2011, but I watched Dirk hit 24 consecutive free throws, bro, against OKC. And that was one of the illest performances I've seen in my life because I could never hit free throws for the life of me. So that's my number 4 right there.
Eddie, you all right, bro? You keep.
Yeah, my contact popped out. Sorry.
All right. And number 4, Eddie, what do you have?
Yeah. My number 4, recency bias, Dame Time, and I'm referring to the bye-bye play eliminating OKC.
Hey, that's nice. That's nice.
Johnny, at number 4.
So, number 4, Heat Spurs 2013 series where Ray Allen hit the 3 to force overtime and help come back, tie the series, and eventually winning it in 7.
All right. And number 4, it's a culmination of one player, and that's any NBA final featuring Robert Horry. Big shot.
Big shot.
Clutch. Well, no matter where he was at, Houston, San Antonio, but more specifically, the 02 Western Conference Finals.
He is going to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Against the Kings. People sleep.
Yeah,
people sleep, and me and Johnny know we done had this conversation.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day, bro.
He deserves to be there. He deserves to be there, but we'll get to that. We'll talk about that off pod. Robert Horry, number 4 on my list. All right, Drew, at number 3.
Coming down from 3-1 to win the NBA Finals, the Cavs versus the Warriors. There we go. That's my shit.
Good shit. EQ.
That's your shit.
Cleveland, we did it for you.
Every Knicks Heat meet up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Especially when it was fighting. I couldn't pick one particular series. I had to put them all together.
Hey, even I know that.
All right, Kev, at number 3.
All right, so round number 3, my man still managed to put up 38 points in Game 5, which eventually led to a Game 6 win. And he did this against the Utah Jazz. My man's, well, actually, I don't really rock with him like that much anymore, but MJ himself in his flu game now, a.k.a. known as the stomach bug game.
Right.
Hangover game.
Hangover game.
Right.
Poisoned him game.
Boy poison game.
That's why I wrote stomach bug. Like.
All right, Ed, at number 3.
My number 3 was Johnny's 4. I remember when people left the stadium. They're like, "Yeah, this game's over. Fuck it, we're out." And then Ray Allen hit that 3, and everyone tried to rush back in. So yeah, Ray Allen 3 in Game 6 against the Spurs.
Number 4, yeah.
That was your number 4.
I had it at number 3. I had number 4.
All right, John, at number 3.
I respect it.
Number 3. Kobe versus Melo 09 Western Conference Finals.
That was fire.
That is definitely my honorable mention.
All right, at number 3, I have Detroit Pistons taking on the Juggernaut and winning the LA Lakers in the 04 season. Not a big name team, a bunch of blue collar players, blue collar Detroit Pistons. Tyshawn Prince emerged to be a good player for a little bit. Rip doing his shit, the running around type shit, scoring threes, and Chauncey with the MVP. So Detroit beating LA at number 3. All right, Drew, at number 2.
At number 2, the Miami Heat coming from down 2-0 to win their first championship against the MAVS for the 06 Finals.
Oh man, Drew became a Heat fan. Let them know, Drew.
Let them know. That's when you became a Heat fan, right?
For real though. That's
for real. He's admitting it.
Right.
Admission.
I know y'all are being what's the word I'm trying to say? Fucking condescending. But I know y'all being condescending, but fuck it. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Fuck us, Drew. Yeah.
EQ. That sound wow.
What number? 2. My number 2. Even though I wanted to pick like some MJ shit, but I want to pick something to actually watch besides the last pick. That Pistons series from 04 when Tyshawn Prince caught that rundown block on Reggie Miller, he got started bitching about it.
Right.
That shit was crazy.
Nah.
Reggie should have dunked the ball.
Yeah, try to do a little weak ass layup. He didn't think nobody was gonna get down there. No, he could have dunked that, 2-hand dunked that. He didn't think nobody was gonna get down there. All right, number 2, Kev.
Since you're talking about the Pacers, obviously one of the best Pacers to ever play the game. Reggie in game 1 against the Knicks in '95 scored 8 points in 8.9 seconds.
Reggie Miller, bro. I still hate Reggie Miller.
That's just one of the things that I've never seen myself like live on TV, but like I heard about it, I'm like, that shit,
I haven't seen that in person,
so I had to actually like pull up like YouTube clips and see it. And I'm like, yo, that shit actually happened. I'd be sick. And if I'm not mistaken, it happened in the Garden. That was game 1 of that series that they ended up winning. The Pacers ended up winning in like 7, I think.
I went to a Sonics game versus the Knicks in 2006 or 7, where this nigga Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen did some crazy shit where I said, yo, Marvin's gonna drop 40, right? The nigga dropped 40, but who to drop 41 with a 1. This nigga Ray Allen just tosses the ball down the court, Rashard Lewis in the corner, and splashed at the buzzer. I'm like,
yeah, that's what Rashard Lewis used to be that guy when it came to the threes. But T-Mac also did crazy shit like that too.
Yeah, get 8 or 13 points in something like that, 13 seconds.
Yeah, where he scored a bunch of points late in the game. But Eddie, at number 2, what you got?
My number 2 is kind of a gag, but not really. J.R. Smith might have toked a little bit during halftime. Didn't realize that they tied the game. They weren't up, and the infamous LeBron.
Yo,
what are you doing?
Come on, bro.
So yeah, I had to give a gag for my number 2.
That was a great playoff moment. So,
yeah.
What were you doing, my nigga? JR, come on, bro.
This whole list almost consisted of jokes, but I wanted to be respectful.
All right, John, number 2.
Number 2 is Cleveland coming back down from 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors.
This for you.
Well,
that's when Drew became a Cleveland fan.
Nah, I never been really a Cleveland fan. Not my bag.
I ain't hear you talking about Miami. I ain't hear you talking about Miami when he was there though. But anyway, and number 2,
they talk about Miami like 6 years. Niggas has been quiet like forever. Niggas is hilarious.
To piggyback off John, my number 2 is also Cleveland coming back against Golden State. This was supposed to be their year, 72 wins and all that good shit, and they shit the bucket.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring.
Facts. Number one are NBA playoff moments. Drew, what do you have at number 1?
Yo, the 2010 finals, the Lakers win Kobe's 5th ring, going game 7 all the way with Boston. That series was
awesome. I actually watched that.
That series was special.
I watched that with John and Perry. The Conto, not Perry.
All right, DQ, number 1.
My number 1 is LeBron getting Cleveland their first championship. That entire series, I was so, my ex was so mad at me. I'm like, yo, LeBron's gonna win this series, right? It's set for him to win. So she didn't talk to me for a week after that shit. I'm like, I told you niggas gonna win, though, lying.
I drank from my cup, right? DQ, but you know what? I got a story about that. All right, Kev at number 1.
So at number 1, I didn't watch this game personally. It actually predates me, but I've definitely seen detailed highlight clips of it. I'm just gonna start it with a quote from the not late great, so I'm just gonna say great Larry Bird. Quote: I don't think anyone was capable of doing what Michael has done to us. He is the most exciting, awesome player in the game today. I think it's just God. The sky is Michael Jordan. Michael scored 63 points on Larry Bird and his Celtics. And that's what Larry said after the game. Even though that was Mike's second year, and Mike didn't go on to win a chip until 5 years after that, It is
He got
to be
swept
noted
up,
that
but
Mike broke, I think, his ankle or something in his foot just 4
that
months
was his
after that,
second.
and he was on like time restrictions and stuff like that going into that. Yeah, I think that's an easy number one right
Yeah,
there.
they were trying to call mail it in, man. Mike was not having that shit. Like
Yeah, I
Mike
think
was
that's
not.
easy number one.
Mike was not playing.
That the Last Dance feels like it was like 2 years ago when we was talking about the Last Dance.
Yeah, that was when we first kicked it off. Look how far we've come.
We have.
All right, Eddie, number one.
My number one is controversial. Did he push off? Did he not push off? I watched Space Jam as a kid. I remember that highlight going over and over and over and over and again. I don't think it was a push off. He helped them fall to the ground. The last shot of the Last Dance.
Right, exactly. Number one, John.
Number one is like what Drew
was
said.
like
LA Boston 2010. Kobe gets his 5th ring, and LA beats Boston. You know the rivalry that they have, and they just brought it home.
Perry was so mad at me that day, John, because I was rooting for the Lakers hard, and I was like rubbing it in his face. He was like, "You don't even like basketball, Ed. Fuck you, man." And he like ran away like a little bitch.
Oh,
nah, that is
Perry.
At number one, piggyback off Ed. One of the greatest finales we've ever seen in sports, man. Mike, Game 6, Utah Jazz.
It was a push off.
The greatest.
It was not a push off.
It wasn't actually, but yeah.
It wasn't a push off.
He didn't touch him.
Mike is one of the greatest. What's they call the people that show you seats?
Nigga,
Maitre D's that I ever seen play the game
Yeah.
because he just helped the brother to his seat. But the finale at number one. All right, that is our episode 24 OSA Out of Shape All-Stars.
Thank God.
Thank God it's 12:37. We're closing out. The whole team is here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening.
You was not wearing John.
John getting naked and shit.
I lost the contact. John's taking his shirt off. John, you know we still have to do the prelude, right?
Don't he know this is still going to be on the episode?